So, that's our frequency distribution table. We've taken a set of scores. The lowest score is 20, the highest score is 24. We've got a range of frequencies there. We could, if we really wanted to, and we don't want to, we could write 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 21, and then all of a sudden we run out of space on our page. We don't want to do that. We need a better way to be able to work out the median from a set of data like this. And so this is what we do. First of all, we have to, like we did yesterday, we have to get our sigma F. What does sigma mean again?
Total.
Sorry, total, that's right. How many in this column? How many scores do we have? 5 plus 7 is 12, plus 11 is 23, plus 9 is 32, plus 4 is 36. There are 36 data scores in that set. There are 5 20s and 7 21s and so on. Altogether there's 36. To work out the median, we sigma F plus 1 divided by 2. So we work out our total, we go one more than that and divide by 2. Okay, one more than that and we divide by 2. So, in this case, it's 37. So the median, I shouldn't say the median equals that, the median score is this, and I'll show you what it means. So we've got 37 divided by 2, so that is 18 and a half. That means our 18th score and our 19th score. So it's 18 and a half, that means the one either side of that. 18 and 19 are the two middle scores. We've got to find what they are, and then, if we need, add them together, divide by 2. Okay, so this tells us the median score. Sigma F plus 1 divided by 2. Okay, that's a really important thing to remember here when we've got a large set of data. But what is the 18th and the 19th score? Our 5 lowest scores are 20. Our next 7 lowest scores are 21. How many scores, therefore, are 21 or less? 12. Because you went 5 plus 7.
Yeah.
All right. Our next 11 scores are 22. So there are 12 scores in this bit. And then when I put in the next 11 scores, how many scores have I got together then?
23.
23. So there are 23 scores here. And indeed, that means these 23. So, 5 scores in the 20s, 7 scores in the 21s, that means 12 altogether. And the next 11 scores in the 22s. So what scores are my 18th and 19th scores?
22.
They're 22, aren't they? Okay? This bit in here. Okay? And so to work out what those scores are, I go down and I actually make, in my mind, a cumulative frequency distribution table. You've seen those ones before. That's where you keep adding on the number of frequencies each time. If you need to do it in a more detailed way, you actually use a cumulative frequency column. So there are 5 there, and then there's 12. 5 plus 7 is 12, plus 11 is 23, plus 9 is 32, plus 4 is 36. Okay? That means there are 5 scores that are 20, there are 12 scores that are 20 or 21, there are 23 scores that are 21, 22 or 20, 21, 22. There are 32 scores that are 20, 21, 22 or 23, and there are 36 scores that are anything. Okay? And so to find that 18th and 19th, we go, well, there's up to 12 here, and then in between these two here, or in this set, is our 18th and 19th score. Yeah.
What if the 18th was in 21 and then the 19th was in 22?
Yes, right. So you would go the two together, divide by 2.
Okay.
Yeah. So if the 18th and 19th scores are different, add them together and divide by 2. Okay? In this case, they're the same. So our median score is this, but it means that our median is 22. Okay, the median of that set of data is 22. Okay, so in this case, once again, sigma f, add them up, 11, 14, 19. To find the median score, it's sigma f plus 1 divided by 2 is 19 plus 1 divided by 2 equals 20 divided by 2, which is 10. So our 10th score is the median score. Which one is the 10th score? 8, it is, that's right. Because there's 5 there, and then makes up to 11 with all the 8s, and so the 10th score must be that. Now, because this one here, I actually got a whole number, when I divide it by 2, I just find that 10th score. Okay? And so when it's a whole number, I find that score. When it's a half number, I find the scores either side and find the halfway point between. A grouped frequency distribution table, like we had yesterday, sometimes we do them in groups. And so we do the same thing again, except we're going to give a median group. You don't, when the data is already grouped, you give your median as a group. Okay, you give your mode as a group. Your mean, as we go to this little thing quickly, you still have a single number for a mean, but for a median, you'll give a median group. Okay, if it's a group data table, give a median group. Okay, alright, so there's my stem and leaf plot example. Okay, when we count off these ones, well, again, I guess there's 2 ways to do it again. We can say, let's count how many scores there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 scores. So our median score is 11 plus 1 divided by 2. It's the 6th score. And so when we count off, when we start from here, 1, 2, 3, and then go back to here, 4, 5, 6. That's my median. Okay, so just making sure that when you count, you always start from the left, work across, from the left, work across until you get to the median. That's just, so it's just, we don't kind of zigzag back and forth, we always go back to the left and count that way. And we do not count these numbers. Because remember, each of these numbers forms part of those scores. These are the scores of this side, the number of scores. The leaves are the scores.
The median would be 23.
The median is 23, that's right, yes. So that's our median score, and so the median is 23. Okay? So don't count the stem when you're counting off the median. Only count the leaves.